Doesn't it feel like you know what is in the shadows? Think again. And one story no one can tell for fear that it's the scariest monsters, and you can't see them. Everyone's heard about haunted houses and ghostly sights. But what if I regaled you with a story about a place so haunted and so twisted, even the most seasoned paranormal investigators issue a wide berth? We're here today to tackle the case of Blackridge Manor, where if you go in the dead, just turn them into ghosts, and you might become one yourself. Blackridge Manor is located at the edge of the forgotten town, among shredded riot fences and sex clubs, the windows boarded up and ivy poking through every brick. No one has forgotten what happened in it, but now it's been abandoned for decades. Apparently, there lived the Ellsworths, a wealthy family way back in 1938. But one night, everything changed. They hosted lavish parties. Talks came about as screams were heard by guests. The lights flickered, and it was quiet again. The family was gone by morning, impossibly, without a trace. Over the years, reporters and ghost hunters have investigated. However, most were shaken, mumbling voices calling their names, or cold hands brushing past them. However, some never returned all. Blackridge Manor. The town grew quiet about it, as if talking about it could bring something back to life. What really happened that night in 1938? They say, why does anyone who steps inside seems to leave a part of themselves? That's what tempted 19-year-old Liam, a vlogger set on proving haunted house myths not only untrue, but hilarious as well. He wasn't going in for fame, though. No place could hold that kind of darkness, he didn't think. Classic urban legend gear, he packed his bag with a flashlight, extra batteries, and a recorder. The video begins with him standing at the iron gates, rusted and looming, almost calling out to warn him to turn around. "All right, guys, this is it," Liam whispers to himself, more to himself than to the viewers. Blackridge Manor. Chill running down his spine, he pushed the gates open. He tells himself that it's just the wind. The air is dense, thick with dust and the smell of something old forgotten. Broken furniture, paintings whose eyes seem to follow him, and too deep, too unnatural silence fill his first floor. With his recorder out and his flashlight turned to point at a grand staircase that has cracked steps, he begins narrating. Liam says legend says they were never seen again, and the last time anyone saw them was right here. But then there's a sound, a whisper. It says, "Come find us." So faint he isn't sure it's real. He freezes. Is someone there? Silence. He pushes his way deeper into the manor towards the ballroom, the last place where the family used to party. He steps. The floor creaks, and then the temperature drops. His breath misting in front of him, his breath turns visible. What he can't hear is picked up by the recorder, a soft, dragging noise as if feet are shuffling behind him. He turns around, but all that's there is nothing. That's when he sees it. A reflection in the dusty, cracked mirror above the fireplace that doesn't mesh with reality. In the reflection behind him, a crowd stands still, eyes sunk and hollow and bored in expressions of terror. They're dressed in 1930s clothes. Liam turns around and the room is empty. But the air shifts. He has eyes on him. With heart racing, he leaps for the door, but it slams shut of its own accord, locking him in. A voice, clear this time, whispers right into his ear, "You shouldn't have come." He's not alone anymore. There are shadows moving about in the corners, becoming shapes approaching. Before the camera cuts to black, everything's cut to static, except for Liam's wide eyes and a shuddering breath. When the video was found days later, authorities chalked it up to a prank. But Liam's friends, the ones who watched the unedited footage, knew better. They heard the whispers, saw the reflection in the mirror. And when they visited Blackridge Manor months later, the scrawled message on the wall in dried, dark letters made their blood run cold. He's one of us now. If you want more stories that will keep you up at night, make sure to subscribe or check out our next video.